Hey friends, what's up? Today I'm going to tell you about some amazing facts, really amazing facts from this book, Children's Encyclopedia, that has some great, amazing facts. So first, let us read the first article that is really amazing. The first article that is really interesting and amazing. Why do we believe in aliens? Now, according to this article, you see Roswell, New Mexico, 1947 debris from an alien aircraft was found in the desert. Some say that it was an experimental high-altitude surveillance balloon and thus began one of the biggest controversies and mysteries in US history. Stories of UFO sightings, alien abductions, crop cycles, and the infamous Area 51 are some of the most debatable topics. Many people believe that aliens exist. Some don't. It is true that ours is not the only planet in the universe. There are numerous stars that harbor planets. Therefore, like us, alien life forms are probable. Scientists have all found evidences of water on Venus, Titan, Ganymede, and Callisto. Life on Earth evolved rather quickly. Earth's age is almost 4.5 billion years. Mats of bacteria that are 3.4 billion old have been found in Australia and have proven that life can exist in extreme conditions. Moreover, scientists are constantly trying to intercept signals that extraterrestrial beings might be sending us. Some people believe that aliens definitely have immense technical knowledge and have much advanced weaponry than us, always fearing an alien invasion. However, skeptics believe that aliens only exist in imagination and movies, but this accounts to only 9 to 10% of the population. Whatever the theories and the anti-theories, truth is still waiting to be discovered. We might not be alone in this huge universe. And just lead another interesting fact. What is an urban legend? In 1994 Las Vegas, an Ohio man met an attractive young woman. She had several drinks and at some point the man blacked out. Later he found himself lying in a hotel bathtub covered in ice. There was a phone resting on the floor beside the tub with an attached note that said call 911 or you will die. At the hospital he was informed that one of his kidneys was missing. Following these occurrences, many similar crimes were reported, leading Las Vegas police to issue warnings to travelers visiting the city. This story has been passed on by thousands and thousands of people over the course of 10 years, but there is absolutely no evidence that any such thing ever occurred. This fictional story is a typical urban legend. An urban legend is a fictional second-hand story alleged to be true and just credible enough to be believed. How about some horrific, embarrassing, ironic, or exasperating stories of events that supposedly happened to a real person? It's likely to be framed as a cautionary tale, but what it is about these stories that make people want to spread the word. Many urban legends are about particularly heinous crimes, contaminated food, or any number of occurrences that could affect a lot of people if they were true. If you hear such a story and you believe it, if you compelled to warn your friends and family, it is always human nature to tell bizarre stories, and there will always be an audience waiting to believe them. The urban legend is part of our makeup. And then comes the most important the most interesting one, who was Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca in the year 1570. Since his father died before his birth and his mother died shortly thereafter, he was raised by his uncle. He was raised illiterate, unable to read or write, and remained so till his death. His people, before his mission as a prophet, were ignorant of science and most of them were illiterate. As he grew up, he became known to be truthful, honest, trustworthy, and generous. At the age of 40, Muhammad received his first revelation from God through the angel Gabriel. The revelations continued for 23 years and they are collectively known as the Quran. As soon as he began to recite the Quran and to preach the truth which God had revealed to him, he and a small group of followers suffered persecution from unbelievers. The persecution grew so fierce that in the year 1632 they relocated from Mecca to the city of Medina from 260 miles from the north. Marks the beginning of the Muslim calendar. Only after several years Muhammad and his followers were able to return to Makkah where they forgave their enemies. Before Muhammad died at the age of 63, the greater part of the Arabian Peninsula had become Muslim, and within a century of his death, Islam had spread to Spain in the west and as far as east as China. Among the reasons for rapid peaceful spread of Islam was the truth of clarity and decline. This